I have to be careful what I say because I know Cameron will put it in. I'm Eli Nybo. I'm a manager at the local Little Caesars. Okay, so it was kind of an inside joke that happened, but the celebration of year 155 to 156, that end of year celebration was an incredible experience. One of the most fun nights of my life. It was an inside joke, just a party we had, but man, it was a blast. You gotta like fly around in the little sleigh with the reindeer, and like you're throwing Sega Saturns into the chimneys. I think I want to start a podcast soon. We're gonna talk about a lot of things, but there's gonna be an episode where we talk about Darwin's theories of evolution, whether or not they were real. Cameron wants to call that episode the Darwin Genius or Genus. So I'm here being interviewed, trying to compete with someone who was abused as a kid. We all know you're more interested in that than me, so I'm just gonna be blatantly honest. I'm just a nerd who likes One Punch Man and Stardew Valley. I read comic books last night till 1 a.m. and I'm wearing a calculus shirt right now. Well, the Mongols were an interesting civilization because so much of their battle tactics were based on fear. When they were traveling along canyons, they'd put extra horses on with dummies to increase the appearance of the size of their army. And at night, when they're building their fires, it'd be like they'd put like 2 or 3 up each soldier to make their army look 2 or 3 times as big. And they also had the first recorded case of chemical warfare when their soldiers died of the bubonic plague, and when they were fighting against a castle in Europe, they launched them over the wall. And little known fact, that is actually how the plague got to Europe and killed a third of the population, was because the Mongols had figured out a biological warfare. But yeah, like their battle tactics were hilarious and genius, but their culture was a little bit, I don't know how much I approve of their culture when half of China still has Genghis Khan's DNA in them. Like it was something else. I liked Genghis Khan and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when they time travel back and give him that Twinkie. That was pretty funny. Wright brothers, they were fake. There's some guy in Italy who came up with the concept of flight long before them. Just the concept, but hey, they did build the airplane, I'll give them that. They were the first guys to ever fly. But the early European models were funnier. They just were funny. Have you seen them? Oh man, the wings. Those guys were idiots. Oh, Europe. What a bunch of clowns.
What's your favorite continent?
I'm gonna say Antarctica. Antarctica, yeah. South America? Maybe. There's some racist people in America still. I work at fast food. I've met plenty of racist people. They're all like the district managers always coming to make these racist jokes about Hispanics. I'm like, bruh, you can't say that. So his grandma is Korean. His grandpa is Hispanic. So he's half white and then half Korean and Hispanic. You know that feeling sometimes when you lean too far back in a chair and you don't know whether or not you're gonna fall backwards? Lately I've been feeling that all the time. Just constantly on edge. But it's kind of nice though, because it's like when you're on that level of edge, you feel like Spider-Man, If something falls, you just boom, catch it. You're aware of everything in the room, imagine you have a soda sitting on your nightstand and it starts tipping, and that moment where everything slows down. That's the level of on edge I am right now. I could catch a fly in the air with chopsticks, be like Mr. Miyagi, So I'm a tuba player at Davis High, right? And one of the things we do is sometimes someone will just say, "Hey, see that kid over there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I see that kid." He's like, "That kid's name's Dane." I'm like, "Yeah, what about it?" He goes, hey tubas," and he addresses all 10 of us, and he goes, "Everyone point and laugh at Dane." And we all point, and we all laugh. We all laugh 2 times exactly. All in unison, we all just point at Dane and go, "Ha ha." We do that with anyone, we'll see some poor kid walking in the hall. It's point and laugh at that kid. And we're just, "Ha ha." I've never made anyone cry with that joke, but maybe after they left, I don't know.